Suddenly, as I lifted the heavy lid above my head, the terrible smell of that sewer gave way to the dank scent of pine trees. Did I actually get out? Okay, then we'll probably go back in. I saw that. The lid had fallen on the entrance, and there was stuck shut. Okay. Oh, I see you. Creepy eyes. Okay. It's a zombie. An old ladder leading up to an ancient water tower. The ladder needed to be extended so I could climb it. Do I extend the ladder? Sure. I popped the latch and brought the ladder down. Sweet. You know what? A water tower is a... I keep seeing the eyes. Water tower is a one-way trip, I think. So... Hey. Please don't knock me off the tower. In a patch of smeared dirt and grass, there was a beat-up old wallet. I thought it was mine. Did I take it? Sure. The wallet was missing its contents, including cards or ID. It was worn but light. It made carrying the gun around seem more awkward. Where was my driver's license and credit card? From the railing, I could see over in the woods and down to the entrance of the sewers. I come through. Or if I did, someone definitely could have seen me. Well, yeah. And then this is the point where trying to escape from here is, you know, fun. Definitely, there's somebody looking at you through the woods. Is this a generator? I tried the little key. It fished out of the murky part of the... It fit, and I heaved open the rusty door. The wind was picking up a bit. The night air had become strangely chilly. Look like bigger eyes. Okay. Oh wait, am I on the other side of this? Okay. Please tell me I'm not going back inside the house. The old train station was quiet as a tomb. The only sound was that of the increasing wind buffeting decrepit structure. Alright, back inside, I guess. Why would you, like, at this point, the gun is a lifesaver. Like, if there is some sort of crazy murderer in this town. An ancient ticket booth was falling apart and covered in dust and grime. Stacks of paper lined the counter, faded remains of old schedules and reports. Among the papers were newer-looking sheets covered in scribbles and illegible notes. Come to think of it, the man in that house had kept similar scribbles hidden on his bookshelf, and he had notes on the water tower outside too. I guess he could have been coming here, but why? What was he using this old station for? He keeps saying old man like he knows who he's talking about. I really wonder if he actually knows. There we go. An old map encased in glass hung on the wall. It was the train routes connected to the old station. As I looked at it, it seemed familiar. Of course, the map I'd found in those tunnels had similar locations marked, and the notes I found on the other man's bookshelf. His notes mentioned the water tower, and even this train yard. What was he doing? Coming back here? Bum bum bum. Alright. Sorry. Alright, back outside. old train was ripped open, and hanging from a shred of metal, as well as the broken fence, was a dark stained patch of cloth. It looked synthetic, like some kind of outerwear. Inside the train's shell, I could see a few faint impacts, like wounds. Could they have been bullet marks? Was somebody shot there? The ground was well worn, though I couldn't really make anything out. I realized I was touching the gun. I found as I thought. Bang bang! It was getting colder out there, and I had to keep moving. Well, I mean... Alright, so there's no way for me to walk past this. There's no way for me to walk past a giant tree, of all things. Wait, was there something on the ground here? No, it's just a leaf. I'm starting to wonder if, like, I mean, what exactly am I supposed to do? The sound of boiling water. Gurgle, gurgle. I can't get back into the sewer. I've already checked up there. I don't know if I've gone this way yet. This must have been the entrance to the forest that was mentioned on that map I had seen. Whoever was poking around in those tunnels underneath the man's house had scribbled notes on this place, but I couldn't make them out. Here the sign pointed out various campsites and walking paths within the woods. It mentioned a river and maybe a washroom, but the rest was too faded to see clearly. Didn't really mean to do that. Alright, so there are multiple paths. Well, let's go down this one first, I guess. Okay, can't go that way. Trembled into the dirt and grass was a plastic card of some kind. I brushed it off when surprised to see my credit card. I wasn't sure if it was still usable, but it was mine. Did I take back? Well, yeah. Hopefully I could find my driver's license too. That's a silly thing to really care about, but through the fence I could see a dilapidated outbuilding. I wondered if I could find my way around. Yeah, there was some personal effects shoved back into the rock. Wait, there was a notebook there too. Did I read it? Yeah. Inside the cheap dollar store notebook was page after worn page of names and lists. None of it made much sense. The newest page contained several names. Heather, Olivia, Ashley, Cheryl, Iris, Daphne, Holly, Rose, Rachel. Rachel? Her name was the last on the list and had a mark beside it in blue ink. The names Daphne and Olivia had been crossed out in the same blue ink. Cheryl, Heather, Rose had also been crossed out, but these marks looked older and more faded. Alright, so we definitely heard the few embers still burn within the fire pit. Who was camping here? Was it one of the two folding camping chairs was knocked over, and there was beer spilled everywhere. Where did the campers run off to in such a hurry? There was a cheap two-person dome tent Through the screen on the front, I could see 2 sleeping bags, backpacks, and a small cooler. As I peered into the tent and around the campsite, I kept thinking about the names in that book. Alright, I think I found my way around. The grimy sink had a small patch in it that looked almost clean. A musty wooden plank propped up the stall door. Didn't really seem useful. Did I bother to take it? Not yet. I didn't see the point carrying that hunk of wood around. Yeah. Alright, well, okay. Let's take it. See what happens. I wasn't sure why, but I took the plank. Oh. It might come in handy, who knows. I wonder if this is the old dilapidated building that they were talking about. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of lost. Okay, so this is the... No, that's not the entrance. I had finally found the exit. Once I left, I knew I never wanted to return there. Hey. With the dense trees, I could finally start to see some light. I must have been at the edge of the forest, though I wasn't sure where the path ahead of me led. I could almost feel the cryptic notebook in my pocket as I tried to think about what it could mean. And where were the campers who had abandoned their site? Would I meet them too? Though the path ahead of me was less dense, I still felt guarded and wary. Who knew what was ahead?